Hey guys, it's Dawn and it's time for your Grace Applied Devotion. Is Taco Tuesday. Grab your Bibles and go with me to the book of Habakkuk. We're going to one of the minor prophets, the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. Shout out to Apostle Jackson, Faith Jackson, and the preceding word, Restoration and Recovery family. Get to rock with those guys up in Brooksville. Really dope group of people. God is doing some amazing things up there. And this actually has been a passage that he's been hanging out in. I'm going to read just the first 3 verses and we'll see what the Lord would have to say to us here. Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm actually reading from the King James this time. Normally I read from the Holman Christian Standard, but today we're going to read from the King James and see what it says. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And the word of the Lord is already blessed. I, as a project manager, have used this passage several times in multiple places and platforms to talk to the idea of mapping, vision casting. I'm sure in the last 60 to 90 days, you've either been a part of, seen an advertisement for, or some sort of vision casting, vision boarding, writing down your goals. And I believe, trust me, those are all necessary things to do, very important things, so that the team that you're going to work with, whether it's your family, whether it's your church, whether it's your business, whether it's the organization you're a part of, that you guys kind of know where you're going and have goals to reach. I think it's important. However, recently I was sitting with this passage in its totality context. And while that is an appropriate application that you can draw from those words that I just read, let me contextually give those verses to you the way God gave them to Habakkuk, because they carry a different kind of weight. I want you to know why he said what he said in the context in which he said it. Shout out to Apostle Jackson again for working through this passage, and he was working through the part where the just shall live by faith, and that's very important. But I want you to back up to this conversation of vision writing. We've heard this, we've sung the songs about writing the vision, but Habakkuk was writing not a good vision. Habakkuk had asked God in chapter 1 a question. How long, Lord, will this be this way? How, and what is this? Wickedness in Judah, in the house of God, in the place of praise, and wickedness outside of Judah in the world, right? And so how long, God, will you allow this to just go on unchecked, unpunished, unaddressed? And God says, I actually got a plan. You're not even going to believe it when I tell it to you. And God begins to explain to Habakkuk how he plans to raise up a wicked nation to address, to punish, and to correct his people. And so by the time we get to chapter 2, God is getting ready to respond, because Habakkuk was like, wait, how does this work? And God's reply is, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables. And that's where we get that from. What do I want you to know? What do I want you to see? What do I want you to comprehend? What I need you to understand, especially for those who sit with God and ask God, why is this happening? What's going on? And God answers you unfavorably, or what may seem unfavorably. God is never unaware of what's happening in the earth. That should comfort you, that he is always aware. He is always in the know of what's happening. He's omniscient. He knows what is going to happen. He knows what's happening. He knows it from beginning to end. But the problem is that when we're walking by faith, we already have some sort of premonition on what's happening, what's supposed to happen, and how it's supposed to end, because we're Christians and we're victorious. And in the end, we win, and we do. But right now, what you cannot map is how God is going to do it. What you cannot forecast with your faith is the means and methods of God, except he revealed them. Thus, write the vision and make it plain. What he told Habakkuk is, I'm getting ready to give you insight on what I'm getting ready to do. It is not for you to replace it. It is not for you to try to repair it. It is for you to record it. It's for you to write it down, because when it happens, you'll know I did it. So for you, especially those that God gives the grace to see, it's weighty. It's weighty what you saw. But you cannot stop the plan of God, even when it doesn't look like it's going to be good. God might show you chastisement and judgment and punishment that's on the way. Write it down. Record it. You'll know it's him when you see it. Just why he said, write it and wait for it. It's for an appointed time. And when it comes, it will speak. It'll say everything I want it to say. It'll do everything I want it to do. Come here, seer. By the time we get to the end of Habakkuk, I got to go. By the time we get to the end of Habakkuk, it's why he says, I tremble in my bones and my bones are rotten within me as I wait. I wait for this to happen, because as sure as he said it, he's going to do it. And though all this calamity is coming, there will be destruction, but in the end, there will be deliverance. And so I want to encourage your heart today that God is aware. And God's methods may not seem conventional and even comforting. They might seem to hurt more than they're helping, but he knows what he's doing. And when he's done, we will know. Come here, seer, it's waiting. Come here, intercessor, you feel it, you see it, and God revealed it. It's for you to wait for it and trust him. Till the next time.